When you look at the historical discourse between Māori and the criminal justice system, the first person who was ever imprisoned in New Zealand was a Māori. We're still it. Once we were the first, and now we're just the most.
I think the thing is our people live chaotic lifestyles. And when you involve addiction issues, when you involve criminal thinking, that is the epitome of chaos. Let's be real, the rates of imprisonment are a direct correlation to not having a Māori voice.
The marae is a good place to start because it is built as a person's second home. At Hoani Waititi, we work with people, try and pull them out of the criminal justice system.
This is anei te ao Māori. You come as you are, you bring what you got, but always keep in the mind that we can all improve. It's a never-ending journey, this journey of development, of learning, of growth.
The beauty of the rangatahi court means that they don't have to go to the courthouse, where the pōwhiri at the courthouse is called a miru detector.
Every time I come into this whare, I feel the love. Every single popo, someone is connected to it. And I like what Rapene said this morning in his kōrero. He's challenging each and every one of us, not just our young people, but everyone that comes into the space, because we don't just receive from this whare, we have to give back.
So marae justice is marae tikanga. It's also about making people accountable and aware and giving other options in our restorative justice space. The indiscretions must be addressed and must be dealt with. The centre of it all is about finding the pathway of being connected, the pathway of order. I've got caught in my first stolen car. I had a police chase, so I was aged about 12, 13. I remember looking at my mum and dad, first time they come from the police station, and they just had that sad look on their face. Here we go, next one. Here's another. He started on that pathway. It was a resigned look. So, you know, that got me into the postal system. I learned all the skills about stealing cars. By the time I was 15, 16, I was the Commodore kid. I specialised in cars. And then I went into jail at 17. I ended up in the maximum security for shooting a gang member. Anatia, who I met in jail, started this whole thing. More or less pulled me by the ear into the kapahaka group. That introduction to me of doing kapahaka in jail, I thought, wow. You know, and then that led me into some values. So Anatia and Papa Peter were good friends.
Yeah.
Sir Dr. Peter Sharples.
Here it is out here, Papa.
Otherwise known at the marae as Papa. In many ways, he has become my dad. And when I was in jail, I wrote him letters, and he came up to my parole board and he banged the table and he swore at the parole board and says, give him a chance.
We have to disappear with our tikanga boys. Today is their arataki day where we go up into the ngahere and look at rongoa Māori.
Welcome to the domain of Tiriwa, otherwise known as Waitakere. It's really important that once we learn about who we are, that we actually learn the stories of our own people.
The tikanga program has been running off the marae for 20 years. And I meet men and sometimes women that have been in the system. And every time I do, I see myself as that same person. And I quickly tell them that we wear the same shoes. And no, this is not the correction system trying to fix you. This is your people trying to hook you up.
I'm looking for, oh, here's one. When you see trees like this is actually called a mahoi rako. It's for your wairoa. If you're going through a few troubles, you know, there's stuff happening in the whānau, you just can't work it out, come to the ngahere and you sit by that tree. I mean, hug it if you like, be a tree hugger. When you come into the bush, you can hear yourself clearly. The answers will come.
You know, it may be foreign to us because of the life we live, but the basis of Māori worldview is the natural world.
And he tohu whānau, this represents family. So when you look at a harakeke, right in the middle is the rito, which is the baby. On the other side of the rito are the parents, then the grandparents, and then the outside ones are the great-great-grandparents, the tūpuna, and so on and so on. So according to our customs, we do not cut these two because these are the mātua, the parents. As you can see, somebody's gone along and done that. Tree is going to eventually die because of it.
So there can be lots of messages in there that actually apply to here and now. You know, what happens to your children when the parents get a jail? Yeah. Same thing applies when you cut the parents out of a harakeke.
Government contracted us and they chased us hard to develop a program, and that is their want, for them not to reoffend. Our want is for them to be a good Māori and to be part of their family and to be part of their hapu and to be down the marae and to have belonging and love and laughter. He won't bother reoffending because he's got a life now. The tikanga program is about a simple thing in many ways, just creating space for a person to ask that first question. Who am I? Where do I come from? This is a direct, targeted approach about reconnecting the disconnected generations. Looking back at my own life, I discovered the benefits of being part of something bigger than yourself. Being on the marae, being in the whānau space, being with people I care about, and that's Te Ao Māori.